Hi, everyone. I'm Julia Sumis, and I'm the editorial assistant at Global Food Safety Resource. And today I'm chatting with Austin Welch, who is a co owner and producer at Stage Media. He's a learning designer, filmmaker, and researcher. And leveraging research from cognitive science, adult learning theory, and change management models, he designs behavior based programs that strengthen the people side of food safety culture. And he also recently wrote an awesome article for us called How Encouraging Psychological Safety Prevents Disaster, which you all should check out if you haven't already. Hi, Austin. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you. Well,
Nice.
you've already given some incredible insight to our managing editor, Alexandra, and I just had a couple more questions for you following that conversation.
Sure.
So, firstly, do you have any advice for food companies that are looking to include more interactive digital components within their training?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many elements, and I guess it depends on the size of the company and your budget.
Yeah.
Whether or not you actually have an internal learning team. Um, I would say, one of the big things that obviously I'm a fan of is video production. And it's become so much easier now to create kind of entry level video, right? The cameras are cheaper, the lights are cheaper, the editing equipment. So it literally can become something that an intern can take care of for you.
Sure.
I'm seeing some really cool stuff with AR technology and creating opportunities for people to practice actual, physical movements of, so I think of like a surgeon, right?
Yeah.
Doing practice with a scalpel, but we're seeing it with, machine maintenance, actually going through and having an AR environment where they can see how the machine comes apart and clean it properly and things like that. And then something else that we use frequently is 360-degree interactive photography. So, it's kind of pseudo virtual reality, but it creates the opportunity for people to investigate a little bit more. So we talk about trying to create curiosity and allow people to explore within a learning environment. That's a great way to do that and have them kind of inspect a scene and see, well, can they find clues that might be embedded within that scene that they can click on and learn more about, well, this machine, or I see the roof is leaking over here. Let's find out what's going on over here. And Articulate, which is kind of one of the standard e-learning platforms out there, has recently incorporated 360-degree VR capability in their platform. So that's really cool. You don't
Oh,
have to custom code it like I've been doing for the past few years.
right. That's incredible. I didn't realize how much technology was actually available to businesses that can kind of help educate. I really like the idea of like an interactive 3D photo. That must be a really fun way to sort of engage everyone in a workplace. For smaller businesses and just businesses in general who maybe don't have a huge tech team or anyone with a ton of technical expertise, where would you recommend that they begin? What's kind of the foundations of implementing more technology if they're unfamiliar?
I would say the foundation would be in learning e-learning authoring software.
Okay.
There's, Adobe has Captivate. I'm not a huge fan. We personally use Articulate, which is
Okay.
another big one out there. There's tons of them out there, but definitely Adobe and Articulate are kind of like the Ford and Chevy, Pepsi, Coke
Right.
of the industry. But learning how to use those, there's so many tools built into those platforms where you don't have to learn how to code things. It's very plug and play. So it's like PowerPoint, but way advanced. Creating things that are aesthetically pleasing, I think, is really important as part of learning design. I come from a background in print marketing, so looking at everything from layout, text and font selection, leads to how engaged somebody is in reading something and how easy it is, the cognitive load of processing that information. So even looking into design books, because what I see so often in learning is these slides with just tons of text and bullets, and it becomes the cognitive load is too much
Yeah.
on the learner. But yeah, those kind of off the shelf e-learning authoring platforms definitely would be where I would go first.
That's honestly incredible advice, and I think it's good that you're giving actual names because people can go out and seek out these programs and sort of see if it fits with what they need. So thank you again for all of your valuable advice for our audiences and for joining us today. It's really been a pleasure speaking with you.
Awesome. Thanks. You too.
Thank you all for watching.